All right, boys, listen. There's a video going around, and this particular video is going viral because it is showcasing what we have been talking about for I don't even know how long now. Okay, it's actually a bit ridiculous when you think about how long we've been talking about this, and yet it is still refreshing to see them actually talk about this publicly. All right, boys. So this particular video right here, it's going viral. All right. It's going viral because you got three people who are obviously in the Japanese entertainment industry, whether it's, manga through Shonen Jump, right? We got a former Shonen Jump editor-in-chief, Torishima, and then we got the former editor in charge of Dragon Ball, Yuji Horii, and they're talking about the industry as a whole, right? You got manga, gaming, all of it connected, TV shows, whatever. And they're talking about it because they don't understand why the West is the way it is. They'll actually say it in this video, and it's going to blow your mind. I'm telling you, just let me give some context. So obviously, if you guys are unaware, Dragonquest, the remake, has been censored, and they decided to change up some outfits. I think they showcase it in here. I don't really know. Let me see. Yeah, so they showcase it in here. So they decided to change up some outfits, and they censored the outfits to make them, digestible for the Western audience. Because God knows the Western audience needs those modernity shorts and those modernity shirts, So the characters have been changed to have undershirts and underwear, or undershorts, I should say, because, showing skin is just not allowed, right? Well, according to these people, they have it in their minds that it's regulations is the reason why they have to do this. Regulations are the reason why they have to censor their characters now for Western audiences. Regulations. And the wording is very interesting because, to my knowledge, and I'm sure to your knowledge, and every other person who's in this sphere, there is no regulation for this stuff. There is no law that says you have to have skin covered up, right? There's no such thing. There is no regulation. There is no nothing, right? All this are companies trying to push off their own particular ideology as compliance, right? So here's what they're doing, and this is what I've been saying for the longest fucking time, is that they are telling the Japanese, they're telling them, hey, we need this in order to meet our compliance regulations. You have to do this so that you can release your game in our country. When in fact, all of it is bullshit. All of it's a lie. There is no regulations. There is no law. There is no nothing. It's company policy. It's company ideology being passed off as compliance and law and regulation and all that stuff. That's what this is. So let us start the video from the beginning and get an idea. And I'm going to have to do a lot of reading, so there's going to be a lot of pausing. I apologize, unless you guys can understand Japanese, and that's something totally different. But let's get into the video, and let's see exactly what they say from their own mouths, because this is a major story. It really is. I have a video coming out tomorrow with my full thoughts on it, so please make sure you guys check it out and click on it. It's huge. We need this story to get out because it goes against the entire narrative that the Western studios have been pushing the entire time, which is the following. Oh, the Japanese? Yeah, they're doing this because they want to. Nobody's forcing them. The Japanese are doing it because they want to. They embrace diversity, blah, blah, whatever. It's all bullshit. All of it's bullshit. So let's showcase it. Here we go. And remember, these are former editor-in-chiefs for Shonen Jump and Dragon Ball. Here we go. All right, really quick. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of pausing. Paragraph number 1. There was a lot of buzz about the costumes. It became a topic of discussion because they weren't exactly the same as they were back then. Which I mean is obvious at this point. Again, keyword number 1. Yeah, there were various regulations in place. Oh, did you see what he said? Apparently, it's not allowed to show too much skin. That's what this guy said here on the right side. Apparently, it's not allowed to show too much skin. Now, who is it not allowed for? I have no idea. It ain't the ESRB, because the ESRB gave Dragon Quest all of the, E for Everyone ratings or whatever it had. It gave them the rating that it had when the characters were uncensored in the past. So them being uncensored now would not have changed anything. But let's continue anyway.
露出してきちゃいけないとかね。
そこ、ちょっとあんまり深掘りする気はないんですけど、いいのに、だってフィクションだけど、その中に主人公というあなたが入って冒険するっていう。
It is simply about the user immersing themselves in the fiction and going on adventure or going on an adventure.
ことでいいじゃないと思うんですけど、違うんですかね。
She says, what's wrong with it?
なんですかね。
He says, I really don't understand that either. So again, the Japanese are not understanding as to why any of this stuff is being requested. They don't understand the seriousness of it. They don't understand who's getting mad at this stuff. She says it's a game, it's fiction, and it's a virtual experience. So as long as it's enjoyable, I think that's all that matters. Sounds like what we say all the time, right?
フィクションという自分の中のバーチャル体験でのノンフィクションだから楽しくければいいのにっていうふうに思っちゃいますけどね。
あんまり露出するとね、年齢が。
He says if there's too much exposure, the age rating goes up. Now, again, is that true? Sure, probably. But is that true in this scenario? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dragon Quest would have been rated the exact same with the older, uncensored outfits as it would have been with the censored outfits. It all would have been rated the exact same because these games have come out before. These games have existed before. These characters have existed before with outfits that are just basically the same, if not probably worse sometimes. He says it means we won't be able to sell it as an all ages product. Rules vary from country to country. When trying to sell widely, there's the issue of having to comply with the strictest regulations. And again, there is no regulation, right? There's no regulation whatsoever. There ain't no law. There's nothing that says any of this stuff has to be. It's just companies from the West telling Japan this needs to happen in order for us to meet compliance. But they're lying about there is no fucking compliance. Okay, the only compliance is it's a woke ass studio that wants to push a woke ass fucking agenda. And if they're going to publish the game, then they have to publish it with these certain requirements in it. That's all it is. That's literally all it is.
広く売ろうと思うと一番厳しいところに合わせざるを得ないとか。
でも当時そんなこと思わなかったですけどね。
She says we never even thought about that in the past. Yeah, nobody did. Nobody did. And guess what? If we're being honest, nobody does now. The only people that do are psychopaths. They try to use it as a weapon. That's it. They're the only ones that still do. Otherwise, nobody does. Nobody thinks about this shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're being lied to. It is quite unfortunate. And I've been saying this for so long. But it's pretty obvious that the Japanese are being lied to. They're being misled. They're being lied to by Western media. They're being lied to by Western developers and studios. They are being lied to.